welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. It's only been 6 months, I think, since episode 1, so I reckon if we do one every 6 months. I think if we do one every 6 months, then that's probably still too many.
If we do one every 6 months, it's probably, we'll get another 5 out of my life expectancy.
Yes. I should have bought you like a big badge to wear, because this will be the last podcast that you do when you're in your 40s. You'll be in your 50s next if we ever do another one. Imagine
Don't you have to become 51 to be in your 50s?
No, I think it starts at 50, doesn't it?
Oh well, fuck that then.
There was a plan, loose plans to get really pissed while I was doing this, but I accidentally picked up Skull at the range, and then when I was in the car, glanced over it, and it's 2.8%. So I don't know if there's any way you can supercharge it. Probably just add vodka.
If you have all 8 of those cans, you might get a bit pissed.
Yeah. Have you ever had Skull before?
Probably in my youth.
It's not awful. It's kind of like, it's better than Foster's. Kind of, I don't know if it's slightly better than Carling, maybe. Well, slightly worse because it's 2.8%. Fuck knows.
Is it better than Coors or Coors, or is supposed to say?
I like Coors. I've got a lot of time for Coors. I think it's alright, Coors.
I don't mind. I've got a friend, I'm going to look menacingly into the camera now, who has got some kind of vendetta against Coors, and if he ever catches you drinking one, he reckons he'll snatch it off you and pour it over your head.
That's exciting. Maybe that'll happen on the big day, on the 50th.
Well, you never know, but you can probably guess.
I liked the idea of actually going on a barge. I'd never be able to afford to join you on it, but I liked the idea that you were going to have a birthday on a canal boat. Like Rosie and Jim, but an elderly Rosie and Jim.
But that idea hasn't been abandoned, it's just been parked, because somehow, even though I'm the most repulsive man who ever lived, I actually miraculously know more than 10 people, and you can
you can't all fit on.
You're only allowed 10 people on this barge thing, so it was.
No, so it didn't work. It could be a special excursion. Did you used to watch Rosie and Jim, or would that just be like you being a pedo? Because
it was a bit past my house.
Yeah, you'd have been like 15, 16 when Rosie and Jim came out, where I'd have been like 4. So
who presented it? Or was it?
There was Rosie and Jim.
All right.
There was the big rag doll, which was the canal boat, and there was John, who steered the boat, and there was a duck that went.
Oh, so there wasn't a human.
Yeah, no, there was John who steered the boat, who looked like an absolute pedo. I hope he's not listening to this because he'd be gutted. But John, who steered the boat, did look like a pedo. And in one episode, they went to Sainsbury's, which kind of like defeated the object of being on a canal boat, because they just abandoned it, and they all went, apart from the duck who was attached to the canal boat, there was no way that he could get off. All the rest went to Sainsbury's, and they just misbehaved in Sainsbury's. They were just being dickheads. I don't think John would be a dickhead. Just going about doing his big shop.
Do you remember Tickle on the Tum?
No, what's that? That sounds.
Oh, it's some shitty kiddies thing from the 80s, but it was presented by a famous musician who you've probably never heard of.
Who? Who's that?
Ralph McTell.
I might Google him later.
But he's a mate of Billy Connolly, apparently.
Who isn't? Fair play.
So does that move us tenuously onto the embassy?
yeah, it moves us perfectly onto the embassy. Like, I can see what we did there. We started talking about Rosie and Jim, and now we're talking about the embassy club.
I'm sure there were some pedos in there.
There were 100%. There were some pedos in there,
and not just the acts. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what a gig that was. So we did the final ever comedy night at the Embassy Club, in Harper Hay, which is, for those that don't know, Bernard Manning's club. He was obsessed with it. Like, before the gig, I did a bit of Bernard Manning research because I had a couple of interviews with Manchester Evening News, and Bernard Manning went to Vegas, right, and did like Vegas gigs, and he got offered a Vegas residency, you know, like what Beyonce get offered. So he got offered this residency in Vegas, which would have been mega money, and he turned it down because he didn't want to leave the Embassy Club.
Jesus.
He said the Embassy Club's my pension. Well, it's a good job he's dead, really, isn't it? That was his pension. Because
if any comedy club ever deserves its fate, it's the Embassy after what they were like that night.
no, I think it was kind of like half and half, nearly. Like half of the people there were sound, really sound.
Actually, I take that there were some decent.
There were
there.
definitely some decent people there.
But I think they got drowned out.
They did get drowned out, and it's always like knobheads that sit at the front in it. Like if someone's eager to sit at the front, they're just a knobhead.
Someone did come up to me afterwards and actually did apologise for the conduct of the audience.
You kind of had fun in a way.
I actually enjoyed quite a lot of it until the actual show started.
just the ambience. It was a weird atmosphere, wasn't it? Because it's like, oh, this is the last time it's going to have an event like this.
It wasn't just that, but it was kind of like being in the 80s again. It had that 80s hotel kind of smell about it.
It did. It did have like an old smell, like.
Which is not. It's not an insult. It's just kind of really nostalgic.
Yeah, like an old pub smell. Yeah.
It was kind of like having a bit of Blackpool in Manchester. It'd been fitting perfectly well in Blackpool, that place.
Yeah, it's of a similar standard to the venues in Blackpool for sure.
So to be charitable, I'll say that when the bulldozers come, I only want half of the people who were in there to be trapped in the bogs. That's okay.
Oh yeah, like what you said about Bernard Manning. You were like, oh, it'd be weird because like I'll be having a piss right in the toilets, and we'll be thinking like, oh,
you'll be shitting in the same bog as Bernard Manning.
Yeah, like I'll be having a piss, and I'll be like, oh, Bernard Manning might have had a shit in this urinal. Bernard's definitely had a shit in the Embassy, hasn't he? 100%.
We will have done, I'm sure. I'm surprised he didn't frame that and shove it up on the wall.
Well, it kind of looked like they had done in places. I think that was what was holding some of the walls together. That was one of the best bits, all the stars, where it was like, oh, Jim Bowen, Mike Reid. We don't have legends like that anymore, do we? We don't have a Mike Reid. We don't have a Jim Bowen. We don't have a Charlie Williams. We don't have a Bernard Manning, but that's kind of a good thing, isn't it, really?
I'd just like to clarify for those watching at home that when we say Mike Reid, we mean Frank Butcher, not the DJ.
Oh, yeah, not the DJ, Mike Reid.
Not got anything against him either, but it's Frank we're on about.
Yeah, he's by far the superior, Mike Reid, I'd say.
I'd go with that, yes.
Probably, I think my favourite stand-up comedian, either that or Stuart Lee, is my favourite stand-up comedian. That'd be you're my favourite stand-up comedian. Not the Embassy, you weren't. I'll be honest, you weren't my favourite at the Embassy at all.
It was a Charlie Woolwood.
I think maybe ruined it because we, in one of the breaks, we had the 5 shots for £12 deal, didn't we? I think that was the start of our downfall.
I thought that was the best.
Well, that was the most enjoyable bit of the gig, but also I think we shouldn't have really done that. Should have gone into it with a clear head.
Yeah, perhaps, but I enjoyed taking in the atmosphere of the place, I will say.
Yeah, it was like, being interviewed by the Manchester Evening News and having a photographer there and everything. I thought,
I've forgotten about that.
That made it feel like it were a big thing, and because it was packed as well. Like, we sold out, people. First time that the Embassy Club sold out in 25 years. I don't know who were responsible for that.
And there's even a hilarious little anecdote about Roy Walker.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Roy Walker thing. We probably don't want to talk about that.
It's not Roy Walker's fault in any way.
No, it's not Roy Walker's fault. It was a miscommunication. We'll kind of leave it at that. But Roy Walker is a legend.
He's 10 years behind Mr. Shatner.
Yeah, Mr. Shatner's still going well, isn't he?
He is indeed, yes. He's just turned 95.
Yeah, but we can't actually go all in on William Shatner, can we? Because what if, Patrick Stewart's watching, because he might be like, oh, that's Alex Metrics, that comedian from Huddersfield, and Patrick Stewart will be like, I'm from Huddersfield.
I know.
And then you're just chatting about William Shatner, you're ruining it. He'd probably be our biggest...
I know what he's saying, but it's different with Mr. Shatner, because he's kind of... Well, he's officially God. So even the fabulous Patrick Stewart knows that he has to take second place to Mr. Shatner.
It's weird, isn't it? I can't think of any person that, when the original, the actor that does the role and then they get replaced, or the original presenter that gets replaced. I can't think of anyone that's done it after the original that's actually been more liked. Because like Crystal Maze, there was Richard O'Brien.
Oh yes, yeah.
And then there was Edgar Tudor Pole, or whatever he was called.
I remember, yeah.
And everyone hated him because he wasn't Richard O'Brien.
Then there was Joey from Bread.
Was
Because he got replaced halfway through it.
Oh, Dad. Oh, I thought you meant he'd start doing Crystal Maze. I was like, no.
Oh no.
I didn't watch Bread, so.
Well, it was crap anyway.
Like actual bread. Bread is the most overrated thing ever, I think.
Don't feed it to ducks.
Yeah, don't feed it to ducks. My favourite thing about the embassy, in fact, there were lots of positives, weren't they? It sold out, gave people a chance to say goodbye to the Embassy Club, but it also gave me the chance to introduce you on stage as Bernie Clifton for retards, which I did enjoy.
That's good, yes.
I said, this guy is a bit like Bernie Clifton for retards, so, and then I said, you'll love him. I don't think that actually helped, did it? So, you did the Embassy, that was your last gig, wasn't it? Imagine if that's your last ever, and you never gig again.
Well, I'm kind of doing one tomorrow, so unless, well, sort of.
I don't think the Grove counts as a gig.
Oh, I'm doing one on Friday.
Yeah,
so.
you are doing one on Friday.
And what is Tuesday, so unless I die before Friday, I think I'm safe.
Yeah, why don't you promote the gig, because it's free entry, so the people watching this could go.
So I will promote both. So tomorrow, it's the Grove in Huddersfield.
Is that
at 8
good?
o'clock. It's very good. And then on Friday, what's it called? Bradley.
Isn't it Bradley and
Stonebridge Working Men's Club.
Yeah, that's the one. And what
So-
time does it start?
8 o'clock. So it's free entry. There's gonna be 3 acts on and me hosting, but you'd be best off just staying at Bradley and Cornbridge Working Men's Club.
Well, if Patrick Stewart has revisited his town of origin, he might come. It's walking distance, isn't
Boys
it?
is more than welcome.
I wonder what he'd think of it all.
I think he'd be hugely impressed by the quality acts we've got on.
Good. I think he would be. What a way for him to spend a bank holiday weekend.
That's right.
Perfect. Well, see, I've not been doing much, so there's not much for me to update on, but I thought we need to speak about the Embassy Club, because that was kind of iconic, wasn't it? That was a big thing in our lives. I got on page 3 of the Manchester Evening News, half-page picture of me on Manchester Evening News, and then I forgot to buy it, so now it's just gone forever. They asked me what I thought about Bernard Manning being racist. I just said I just don't think it's very good.
Apparently, a friend of mine years ago was at a Bernard Manning gig, and there were some Asian people in the audience, and he was doing his act, and some other people in the audience started saying racist things to the Asian people. So Bernard Manning stopped the show and had them thrown out. Said to the Asian people, "You are welcome at my gigs anytime."
Oh.
So
maybe he wasn't a massive racist after all.
He just said, "I'm sorry, I'm just telling jokes." And apparently then he was chatting to these Asian people in the audience quite a bit for the rest of the night. So
Very inclusive of him.
So when people do dismiss him as a horrible racist, I do kind of like to bring that up.
Yeah, I think it's good to. Otherwise, we might look like dickheads for gigging there.
Yeah.
Definitely not a fan of Bernard Manning's racist material, which I actually went to great measures to articulate this when they were doing the interview.
Did you?
And then when they've published it, they didn't say anything about the racism, they just said about his routines. So I'm there saying his routines are like really dated and watched and just not funny at all. But I didn't mean all of Bernard Manning's stuff, I just meant the racist stuff. Because he's not funny at all.
That's the gutter press view.
Well, it's the Manchester Evening News. They were actually very kind to us, the Manchester Evening News, so thank you for
Yeah, they were,
publicity.
yes, they were.
It probably wouldn't have sold any tickets without them covering it initially. So yeah, what else have I been doing? I've been doing a quiz. I've got a new quiz now in Macclesfield, which is miles away, which is bad. But
Where actually is Max? I always get it mixed up with Mansfield.
it's like Cheshire, so it's dead posh.
Isn't Mansfield in Cheshire?
No, Mansfield's in Nottinghamshire, and that's dead rough. That's where I've had my worst ever gig, at the Rufford in Mansfield. I got spat on. It was a pool presentation evening. For me, they didn't deserve any awards at all. And if you're watching this, then you're all mildly retarded at best. And that's all I'm prepared to say about it. I don't like to be negative, but they were mentally disabled, and they didn't deserve any of the comedy that I had to offer, which was very minimal on the night.
Well, for what it's worth, it's got a very good shipping container yard. So I'm told.
That's where I could have put the bodies after I'd murdered them, but I decided to just leave them in the Rufford.
So I'll just give the yard a plug there if you're watching.
Oh, but maybe they are. Maybe they're watching.
Well, probably not right this moment.
Well, but once it's edited in 2 months' time, who knows what can happen in 2 months' time?
Well, I'll
So-
probably be dead. I mean,
Well, you'll be 50, which will be as bad as being dead.
no, it's worse than being dead, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to enjoy turning 50 if I ever make it.
Because at least when you're dead, you don't actually know you're 50. Well, anyway, it's weeks away. I'm still young.
It's 1 week away, isn't it? 2 weeks.
Weeks.
2 weeks away.
So it's weeks, still weeks.
2 weeks. So yeah, doing the quiz, had to do some new quiz questions. Brought out all the big guns, the good quiz questions I've done in the past, and something came up, and it was a question about Donald Duck. You'll be familiar with this, as you sometimes do quizzes with me. So Donald Duck in Denmark got banned from TV because he didn't wear any trousers. But that got me thinking, why is Winnie the Pooh not banned in Denmark? Because equally, Winnie the Pooh not wearing any trousers, just like Red Top.
Could I just interject at this
Yeah.
point? Superman technically doesn't wear trousers either, does he?
Superman.
He just wears tights. Sorry, but
No,
go
but
on.
I've said he's still got his legs covered, so it's not like Pooh Bear's just got his. Surely he's got either his vagina or his
vagina.
or his penis. They're exposed, but you just can't see him because he's probably tiny, right? But why is he allowed to go there? I hate Winnie the Pooh. His voice, his posh voice, his entitled upbringing. Like, he don't wear any trousers. Just can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, it's like the Jacob Rees-Mogg of bears. I hate him. I hate Winnie the Pooh. And what I hate most about Winnie the Pooh is they don't wear any trousers. That's why I hate the most.
That's good reason.
I don't really know much about Winnie the Pooh, but what I do know, I do not like one bit. I'll tell you that for free. Like Jacob Rees-Mogg, I bet he's got a nanny like Jacob. You know, Jacob Rees-Mogg had a nanny when he was like 30. I bet Winnie the Pooh had a nanny. And it just makes me think, why didn't the Pooh nanny tell him to put some trousers on? Obviously not earning her money, is she? So
what does Pooh actually mean in that?
Pooh nanny?
No, I don't know what that means. I mean, like what does it mean? Winnie the P-double-O?
Yeah, why is there H? Is that worse than a poo? Is that like a lick? Is that like
Is it a
diarrhea?
different word that we just don't know about because we're stupid?
I think we need to Google it. Maybe we could put like the definition up when.
I'll have a look, shall I?
Yeah.
Might amuse yourselves.
Yeah, the on-screen work isn't going well. I'm at CID on 2 things at the minute: Sherwood and DL and Pasco that they brought back. But detectives are birds now, as in women, not actual.
It's
birds.
an exclamation of disdain or disgust.
Yeah, that's what I'm like when I see his stupid poo face. Remember when you used ChatGPT to seduce a lady?
Well, that's part of my act now.
It didn't really work, so I don't know how much I can trust ChatGPT.
How many toilet flushers would it take to fill Scamandon Reservoir?
Do you want me to guess? Several.
Correct. According to ChatGPT, it would take 1.4 billion.
How long would that take though in like time?
I actually asked it that. It said something like 400 years or something. Right.
I don't think ChatGPT is clever enough to take into account the climate. So, you know, if it got like really hot and it not melted the water away, because that's not what happens in physics, but that
Oh, no.
boils. boils it away, doesn't it?
It evaporates.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But then I asked it about what if you used a patent siphonic flushing system toilet, you know, the sort that your grandparents used to have when you flush it and it sucks the water down. Do you remember those sort of toilets?
I've probably got that toilet now, mate. So go on. What's it said?
I can't remember.
Oh.
But it's not as many because they have more water in them, so...
So you're looking forward to your bank holiday gig?
I don't look forward to anything.
No, that's a sensible
Yeah,
outlook.
it'll be a good one, I'm sure.
I liked the one we did last year. Do you remember the Easter bank holiday gig that we did last year?
Might that have been somewhere near Murphy or...
Yeah, it was the Seville Arms, wasn't it?
Oh yes, that was a beautiful night, that.
It was.
We met lots of really nice people who were really receptive towards our brand of entertainment.
I did 20 minutes on the current retail occupants of Ravensthorpe Retail Park, and they enjoyed that. They weren't laughing, but they were listening to it and getting involved. And then when good stuff were being said, they just didn't care.
No,
award-winning comedy, and they were like, "No, we're not into this." But as soon as I talk about whether there's a Greggs on Ravensthorpe Retail Park, they were like, "No, there isn't." And I'm sure there is, because I've had one when I've been hungover. You know, have you ever been to Ravensthorpe?
Not for a very long time, so that's the way to Dewsbury. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Nobody goes to Dewsbury.
Yeah, it's a melting pot of scum.
Scrap that. We'll edit that.
I
bit
think
out.
we're just gonna have to edit that bit out because that was a bit shit, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, but I've got a story about I was on Emmerdale today.
It's just for anyone who doesn't know, Mr. Mitchell here is on Emmerdale, and he's a very, very good,
highly
actor.
esteemed background artist.
So anybody is looking, hire him. He's good.
Yeah, my dream job would be on an advert. 'Cause you get paid a buyout, which is like £1,000, and then if they renew the advert, you get another £1,000 or £2,000 or whatever it is, whatever you get paid originally. And I want to be like you've not seen it, I don't think, but the Pepto Bismol advert where there's that guy in pink, where he's like a road sweeper and he's wearing like high vis and he's in pink and he sings a song about having an upset stomach and diarrhea.
I don't know.
Upset stomach, diarrhea. Imagine if that were your dad.
What?
You'd have to say, look, my dad's the guy who sings about diarrhea on the Pepto Bismol advert, and that is the one thing that would probably stop me.
That reminds me of something else, actually.
Go on.
Have you heard of extreme burping?
No, what's that?
There's a man in Denmark or somewhere called Janegi, and his career is basically burps in public and films it and puts it on YouTube, and he's had millions of views from this. So I was saying, just imagine, so what his parents are meeting their friends, so what's Janegi up to these days? Oh, he burps for a living. Right, we can scrap this bit.
I was just going to say that he sounds like someone that would get a 10 spot at a gig in West Yorkshire.
They are very amusing, his videos, actually, because he'll just like go into a crowd of people and burp really. I'll play you one after the podcast.
Lovely, I can't wait for that. To me, just to get to Emmerdale today, because the M62, I hate it. And I was thinking that there's actually an airport in Huddersfield, isn't there? There's an airfield.
There is. It's only about a mile from here,
Yeah,
actually.
it's across the moor, isn't it? Across the moor airfield. So I just think the amount of time it just takes the piss. The amount of time that it takes to get from fucking Brighouse to Leeds. Why is it taking so long? They're that close together. They're that close together. Why can't they just charter a plane? It'd take 5 minutes to get from across the moor to Leeds. Job done. Why is that not possible? We live in 2026.
Well, there's a runway in that up there, isn't there? Well, there must be.
Yeah.
Planes
Well,
take
yeah.
off.
So I just don't get it. And
Can you build your own? You're allowed to fly your own.
build my own plane. Well, I did think that I would probably, like, if it was like today, I'd probably be too angry. I'd probably do another 9/11 in Leeds if I had the same amount of plane rage that I had road rage earlier. I'd probably just.
What would you
crash
crash
it.
it into? The bus station.
Somewhere that I hate. There's nowhere in Leeds that I hate. I like Leeds as a rule.
No, I don't mind Leeds.
Trash it directly into Emmerdale.
Did you do it at the studios? ITV
Yeah,
studio?
yeah.
Do you ever go on location?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, go to the village.
Well, it's not. I don't know where that is now. 'Cause in
Hey.
my day, it was Esholt.
It's not anymore. I don't think I'm allowed to say. What if? Well, they do the tours there, so of course I'm allowed to say.
It's a
That's
specific
secret.
village that's been built for that.
Yeah, it's
purpose.
been built for it on purpose. I've not been there for ages. Not had many Emmerdales this year because I've been busy being CID.
Neighbours was the first ever soap opera in history where one of the characters got eaten by a crocodile.
Who got eaten by a crocodile?
It was a guest star baddie, so it wasn't anybody who we'd know, but it was like I had a fight with Toadfish, and this guy ended up
Being eaten by a crocodile.
and then Toadfish went to sleep on the railway line for some reason in the middle of the outback, and then it finished.
I watched like that Louis Theroux the Manosphere thing. It was just full of bellends. Louis Theroux's good in it. Louis Theroux's got a famous cousin as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has got some. Yeah, I can't remember his
Can't
name.
wait, but he was married to like Jennifer Aniston or something.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's weird. That like Jennifer on Christmas Day, like Jennifer Aniston might be going to Louis Theroux's house. Right, I'm gonna open the final can of Skull.
No,
For Miracle.
Plonk.
If anyone's wondering why Alex is drinking out of a cardboard cup, it's because I don't have any wine glasses because I've smashed them by accident.
Now I'm trying to make it look as if I'm just drinking tea, so I don't look like a pissed up bastard.
Yeah, I did offer him the chance to drink his wine out of a pint glass. He rejected it in favour of that. So.
Were you involved in that crossover with Coronation Street? Someone quite fancy who was on. Well, I haven't seen it. She might be old now.
Bet Lynch.
Yeah, well, she's not
Would you shag Bet Lynch? Not now because she's
dead.
no, she's not. She's still alive. She'd be dead in bed though.
Okay, I always thought Sarah Louise Platt is quite fit. But I mean, I haven't seen her for 20 years, so I know she might be.
I hope someone does the maths and she's only 34. I was going to talk about By Nico, that Lloyd's bank meal, but it's not going to resonate with anyone, is it? Because who's been for By Nico Lloyd's bank mortgage themed meal? Very tasty though, I can't deny that. Like the 6 courses were really tasty.
Did they fill you up? Or?
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be full. I thought we were going to have to go to McDonald's immediately after. The first course would be like a little dollop of ketchup, then a little dollop of pigeon cum, and then there'd be like a twig, and then there'd be like some seaweed, like 2 strands of seaweed.
Pigeon cum?
Yeah, and then there'd be some like drizzle, something would be drizzled on top of it, and that'd be the entire meal. That'd be your first course.
Right.
And it'd be like, well, to me, that's kind of what I'd eat. You know, if I had like fish fingers, chips, and beans, that's the level of stuff that'd be left on my plate after completing fish fingers, chips, and beans. So it was very confusing because I felt like, well, it looks like it's already done. I've already eaten that.
Remember, there's a Wimpy in Huddersfield. I'm going to have to go in again sometime. I've been saying that to myself for all of my 40s and my 30s.
Well, maybe this is maybe the 50s, the roaring 50s will be when you go back to Wimpy and become a patron again. Where else could you go in Huddersfield? You could do like a separate like YouTube channel where you just go to places in Huddersfield. You could go to Castle Hill, you'd climb up that tower.
Have you ever been up there?
No, my fuck. It costs money to go up there, doesn't it?
I have a few
I
times.
thought it. What the more waste of money? How much did it cost to go up?
I last went up about 10 years. It wasn't much. I can't remember how much it was. I suppose why should you have to pay? 'Cause doesn't the taxpayer own Castle Hill? Anyway?
Surely, yeah, we're double paying. Like it's a con. And
So I mean Victoria Tower.
no, I thought it's officially called.
So,
But I think, you know, when you're there, you're already on top of a big hill. How high do you want to be? It's not that much further to the top of the tower, is it? It's not like it's
not
giant.
really.
Emily Moormaster, go up there.
I've been up there.
Have you? Is it good?
But I did. Yeah, I've been up it 8 times.
Why? Why so many times?
So I did
Did you leave something at the top?
I did my schoolwork experience there. It was the best 2 weeks of my life.
Have you seen that place that's near Emily Moormast where it's like a watchtower for a prison, but it's not a watchtower anymore? Someone just lives in it.
You mean the women's prison near Flockton?
Yeah.
That is not. That was never a watchtower. It's an old water. It's an old water tower. That.
But someone lives in that now.
But
so
it's an Airbnb thing though.
Ah, is it? Ah, that makes sense.
But
Because
when
you can
I
see
was-
people cooking the dinner and stuff. Because it's just all see-through.
When I was little, I used to think that was the women's prison though. So it's this fabulous place where you can go up into this water tower but out the back windows there's a view of a huge prison.
So you thought it was a woman's prison?
When I was little, I used to think that was the
Just not many women criminals in the Flockton area. Well,
but
if it's an Airbnb now, it'll be a women's prison once you've finished with it.
well, if I get my way, it will. Oh yes.